Second year vineyard, so autumn update. Now the photos and video that you are going to see or seeing are from the end of November 2020. Some of the small, not ideal grapes are still on the vines. As mentioned before, we could not use them in our wines this year as the best ones were eaten by a smart bird before we could harvest them. The ones left were not ripe enough or too small, so they are still there, and the bird also does not like them. I will give you an overview of the situation as of today. What you see is the 3 vines on the east side without additional cuts after summer. The only difference from there to now is that the leaves have fallen. You can see the trailing system and that the vines managed to grow up to the first wire. The rightmost vine managed to attach itself to the aluminum column and climb up to the second uppermost wire. This vine had a very strong growth. The middle one was messed up between. As we choose to train them to grow both sides, to the left it attached to the support wire and grew well, to the right not so. Maybe also due to the not so aggressive pruning, the branch was weak. The leftmost vine was the weakest. This is weird, as I see no special reason for that. It is weird because the rightmost was planted last and the leftmost first. The rightmost was even transplanted from another position after being planted there and where it is now, and it grew very strong. So I don't know, maybe it has to do with the support and secondarily with the pruning. Maybe, I'm not sure yet. On the south side, growth was strong. What a cliche, huh? Here we let the growth take its course during summer. This meant that certain branches were rolled back on the uppermost support wire. Somewhere in September, we decided to cut them to promote grape growth because it was growing too much, so it was already a lot. You can see how strong the main stem managed to get, mainly compared to the east side, so it's very thick. Growth was vigorous, nothing to complain about it. Maybe too vigorous. For the next year, maybe I will try to control it a bit more. Mainly not to let it go so long or far away. It went all over the left support, which is about 1.5 meters away, and then went up and was like growing and growing and growing, and I just let it go. And maybe next year I will just reduce it a little bit, stop it a little bit, so that it goes to the branch itself and not on growth, the energy. We also let the 2 or 3 branches grow on the south side to try to reduce a little bit of the growth, just like in the east side, but this did not change much. Maybe they only contribute to having less grapes, taking more energy to grow branches that were totally useless. It all looks quite messy for me now, and we still have some leaves over. We'll let it like this for a while. When all the leaves are gone, maybe we'll prune them back for the winter, just a little bit. We are still afraid of reducing too much. We prefer they spend the winter on a solid foot and not exposed or weakened. It's also possible that we try a mixed approach and prune some of them, and others we let it as is until beginning or mid-February. Let's see. Looking forward.